Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is Joe Scanner and Fox. Come back to another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones mod, where we're going to continue on as Meleys the Monstrous. So, a little bit of a story time with me. I actually recorded the previous episode already, and what I found out. So, to kind of give you a rundown on what happened, Iron Throne went to war with me. I won it, because of a battle. Like my dragon just decimated their troops for the most part, and I won, got back into positive gold, and immediately went to war with them. Problems then occurred from there. I went for the north, and then they somehow he lost the north in some kind of war. It invalidated the claim on it, and then I declared war on for the north again, like immediately right afterwards. And then me and the king at the time, which is not this guy, it's actually this guy, I believe. For some reason this guy abdicated to this guy right here. He has a dragon that I'm pretty sure of. We had a fight. I killed him. It invalidated it, and it bugged out the game to where he got back the throne, and it perpetually said I was at war with him, even though it wouldn't show me any war score down there. And there was no way that I could actually get back to the point where I could declare war on him or on anybody over here for that matter. So it became to where the game was bugged out. So a really cool episode for the most part, and it kind of got messed up because of a bug inside of the mod, I'm assuming. I don't think it's a game issue. I think that was more of a mod issue. I don't really know why it did that, but here we are. We're back to right before that happened. We are in a state of negative gold, which I'm not too worried about that. And I'll have to go ahead and get rid of some of these duchies because it's saying that I'm over the duchy limit. So we're going to go ahead and give out this one to that guy, and we're going to continue on. So same thing that I was pretty much going for is I'm trying to get back to positive gold. That's really the main thing. I need to go ahead and end this without Traxxas. That's perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure everything's good here. So let's continue on. Alrighty, so we're doing okay. Main thing is I just have negative gold, so it's mostly just waiting until we can do anything with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and station some troops around here. Make sure I get the maximum damage from those as I can. So if in a few minutes you see the Iron Throne declare war against us, do not be shocked. That is what happened. Oh, and wow, like clockwork, like seriously like clockwork. Now, if I do remember, and this is kind of, I'm not gonna say cheating, because it's not my fault that the thing bugged out, but it did say it was going for Bravos, right? And they're doing the same thing here, so they're gonna go for this piece of land right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and raise our troops up over here. I don't think I have any like holy orders or anything like that in this mod, so it is just something that we're gonna have to just deal with. The best thing I think we can do here is try and catch them as they are landing. And it's not going to be as fortunate for me here, it looks like. So it does look like we're going to be struggling just a tad with the actual battles here. So a little unfortunate that we did not um, win that battle like we did in the aforementioned lost episode, as we're going to call it. We're just, if I ever mention it in the future, I'm probably just going to stop here in a few minutes. But I'm just going to call it the lost episode. um, but it does look like it should be fine though, because we are going to be in an advantage where we are going to be able to um, get troops passively over time, where they can't really do much. Okay, so we actually got pretty lucky with this, where we were able to get quite a few of their troops down in that battle. It doesn't seem like that's actually good for us, but it is, because what happens there is that they lost more than what we did. So, and we can still passively get troops over time. And see, what's going to end up happening is that we're going to be eventually able to beat them just because their troops are going to go down and ours are not. And we still have dragons, so that is awesome as well. one thing that we are going to have to do is start taking back some of these lands so that way we don't. Is there anybody that we're actually going to be able to fight here? Yes, there was a 900 stack that we were able to get there. That's actually pretty sweet. Um, I'm actually going to be like, I'm going to slow this down just a tad and see exactly where they are going. They're landing on me, which is stupid. Why would they do that? They're just gonna, yeah, because they're gonna be so weak when they do. The AI is really like, butchering this horribly. Um, I mean, not that I'm upset about it. Hey, look, if you want to lose the war because of your stupidity, by all means, go right on ahead. Because they're just gonna keep doing it. It looks like, um, and they're not gonna change. So yeah, okay. Um, not the same way that I won last time around, but I will be so happy to take it. Um, let's see what we got here. Confirm, that's fine. Let's see what we actually got here. We got two pieces of land that I'm sure we don't necessarily need. Okay, I don't need this. That's not the best that we could get. I'm trying to see if there's anything really, really nice, but I doubt it. I doubt that there's anything that's like that we're going to inherit that's going to be just absolutely just massive force from our vassals. Um, Let me go ahead and max out the time real quick. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Beautiful. Okay. Now we got to find out where the troops are now, because it is. Oh, they're up there. So that's a pretty sad spot to be in. Oh, there we go. And this is what I love. So that's kind of what happened, or like I said, in the Lost episode there. Like, whenever I went to battle them in the first one, the Drakars killed a bunch of their people, and I think it just basically swung the battle for me. So that works out really well, really, really well. But yeah, we're doing pretty good here. I'm definitely not doing that because there's no positive outcome on that. So yeah. Oh, and there we go. Enforced demands, beautiful. All right, so this is actually freaking insane here because we have 4171 troops. We're going to go ahead and lower our troops right now. And we're going to look to see what we have here. I want to make sure that everything's good. Um, I am going to just go ahead and ransom off some of these guys because these guys aren't going to make a difference whenever I do end up going to war with the Iron Throne. So the thing about it is, like I was saying, I can't go for the entirety of the Iron Throne. That's kind of the biggest problem, is that we lost the claim on their stuff. So maybe if I can just go ahead and go for that. It says I don't have a Casus Belli against him, so let me see here. It says that, but I'm pretty sure I do. Um, hmm. I'm curious because I shouldn't have a truce with him just because I won that war. I don't believe, 'cause since he's the one that was the aggressor in it. That's I'm thinking is wrong, but whatever. I'm not too worried about that. Let's just wait and see. No, I'm not going to demand anything from these guys. Where is the other one that we got? We got that one right there. Okay, cool. Okay, so we are currently looking real pretty right now. We're sitting high and mighty with 4,978 gold. We are just rolling in it right now. So I'm going to constantly be looking to see when it is that I can actually go to war with this guy without taking the penalty. Although I'm almost kind of just wanting to do it, and I don't really care. Broke truce. General opinion is -50, so no, that is a pretty horrible penalty that you get for that. Sure. Okay, perfectly fine. Justice served, whatever. Alright, there we go. So really it is just us waiting to go to war with them. So, in the meantime, we're gonna see what we can actually get from building stuff, because there's probably a bunch of stuff that we can actually build. And we do have some trinkets that we can use. Okay. So let's go look at our provinces here. This one, we'll go ahead and build that. And then the next one is Myrrh. We can probably go ahead and build something there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's actually really good there. 300 levies is sweet. The next one is going to be this one here. Um, let's go with outposts. And then we only have like one more piece of land that we can actually get right here. So let's go to Devosh. And then we will go ahead and we will just create another outpost. Beautiful. Okay. Next thing I want to do while we're sitting here talking about it is I want to upgrade all of this. Let's max out everything that we can. Woo. So we are going to get less gold per month, but I'm not as worried about that. As long as we stay over 100, preferably like 110, I'm actually going to be pretty happy with this. Because we just want to make sure that we're getting 109 is a little bit less than I wanted, but we are still over 110, so that's good. Let's look at the piece of land that we did just grab. Drenelian. I'm going to give this back out to somebody, but I am going to upgrade something here. And now we're just going to hand this off. So we have the gold to do it, so I'm just going to hand off stuff. And then we did lose a Chancellor from something, and we did lose a Marshal from something, so that is fine. Manage domain, does that do anything? No, it doesn't. So we're going to go back to chivalry. Okay. And now let's look at this guy again. We still cannot go to war with him, so that's a little disappointing, but that's okay. We will continue on our journey to get what we need. And this has actually been a pretty successful episode as far as like we're just able to continuously get stronger, which is kind of just the goal here. We just want to make sure that we're strong enough to go against this guy whenever it's time. Impatience probably the best out of those, I would imagine. Not that it's like anything crazy, because it's kind of all bad. They're kind of all bad, but it's okay. Diplomacy focus is fine. Not worried about it. Let me see. My heir is him. Those mutton chops, though. Good Lord have mercy. All right, there we go. Wonderful. Good. Okay, that's actually kind of fine. Alrighty. And that's journaler, that's fine. It's mostly just a waiting game. Because okay, there we go. Perfect. Our claims, we can go for the entirety of the realm. It's going to be kind of wild. We're going to just see how this goes. But I'm wondering if I go for the entire realm, if more people are going to go to war with me. So I'm thinking maybe if I do the same thing like you did last time. This might be a slow roll, but I kind of like this idea. I'm going to go for the north again. We're going to go for the north again. We're not going to go for the entire Iron Throne. I don't want to give him any more reason to potentially come after us with more people. So let's go ahead and I'm going to see if there's anybody that we can marry off to get some allies here. I don't think it's going to make a difference here because I think they're all underneath him, so I don't think it's going to make any difference. Yeah, it does not. Okay. And let's see, I don't think with this daughter it's also going to make any difference. So let's Reachman, Ironborn. I wonder if the Greyjoys, I think the Greyjoys are still a part of them, so there's not much that we can do there, but whatever. Yeah, looks like the Iron Islands, yeah, they also cannot, so that's fine. It says we're over the duchy limit again, which is wild. Let's give this person that, give him the Hell's Baron duchy and be done with that. I don't need anybody coming after me while this is all happening. I need all my vassals just behave themselves. So don't do anything crazy. We do have, hold up, we do have court that we can hold, so let's do that real fast. Oh, shoot fire. I did not mean to do that. I actually clicked the wrong button. My bad. Whatever. That happens. I actually clicked the wrong button. Anyway, mercenaries. Let's call as many of these top guys as we can. Looks like a lot of these guys were already picked. That's fine. Not too worried about that. Still a good deal for me. And mercenaries, we're going to get as many of these top guys as we can as well. Let's do that. And as time goes on, we'll get some more. Okay. So now our armies, let's go ahead and let's like start calling him right here. I'm curious if he's going to attack me is the question. So let's see if we can't find out exactly where he's at. So can't see his troops, but they're going to land eventually, I imagine. Okay. Let me see if he's landed anywhere, because I'm more curious as to where he's going to be at more than where he is. Like, I mean, like, so still nothing. He still hasn't landed anywhere near me, so that's something to be somewhat concerned about, but that's okay. So he may not be landing next to me, so that's another thing altogether. A dragon enters the world. Okay. Let's march all of our guys together here. We're going to keep all of our guys together as one unit. And one last check to make sure he hasn't stepped foot. Okay, so he hasn't. So we're going to go up to the north. We're just going to kind of tear things up from there. The north starts right about here. So there are a few places that we can start going after. Let's go for Frostfen. It's kind of towards the beginning of it, but a little bit further into it. And it's close to the ocean to where we can actually kind of keep an eye on if he comes for us. So he did. And I don't think he's going to win here. I think we just beat him, right? Okay. Perfect battle. Perfect starting battle. I don't think he. Oh, this is a land that we can actually siege right there. I didn't know if that was actually something we could siege. These are some like really weird like bog titles here. It's kind of odd, but that's fine, honestly. If they're easy to siege, it makes them, you know, quick for our war score to go up. And time is not really something you want to waste a whole lot of here. So they're taking the King's Road up there, which is kind of interesting. Okay. I'm hoping that I don't kill anybody there, because I don't want any crazy glitch again where like the war ends because of a dragon killing somebody. So, but we are just dominating them though. They're having a tough time. So maybe it was a good idea for me to not go for the entire realm because with this, I feel like we're doing well. Like, I feel like this is weird though. This war is taking like a long time. Oh, what is this? Ambush in the bog? That's such a crazy like thing. So that's what was going on. Like my troops were getting ambushed in the bog while I was fighting them. That's so insane. Is that just? That's pretty cool though, because like as we're sieging their stuff, we're just getting attacked. And I mean, we're dominating. I mean, I can dominate them because I'm so much stronger than them at this point. But still. Okay, let's see. I'm overseeing the preparations in the line of inevitable, the Battle of the Marsh Gate. I'm directing the emplacements. I see Lord Kerrigan put his helmet across the enemy line. Surely he cannot be charging directly in front of me. Okay, the brave fool. Oh gosh, and then he died. Okay, interesting, interesting. I'm gonna let these troops just kind of do their thing. I mean, wounded healing. Did okay? So I'm kind of curious. Is that a good thing? Okay. I'm not worried about it. We're just gonna let it be for now. Let's keep on doing my thing. I'm gonna keep on sieging. The character's health right now is poor anyway, so the best thing to do is just to keep marching forward and doing the best we can. So I guess that is something that's going on in this particular part of the map is that if you go to war in the marshlands, you have random guerrilla fighters that keep popping up, which is so weird. But it's a cool little touch though. I gotta admit, like it's a neat touch. But that's perfectly fine because now we can enforce demands. And that could have done without you. Beautiful. Awesome. And who is this attacking us right now? That's the other question. Okay, so it is somebody over here. This is an actual war. This is not the marshlands. Um, God, that feels good though. That does feel really, really good to actually win that battle there. Let's see. What is this piece of land that we do have now? I keep getting a few of these that I'm just kind of not too worried about. Let's see. He's impatient. I guess he just refuses to marry, so I'm just going to go ahead and grant him a random title. And he's going to live a long time, but he's not going to be someone who you have to worry about because he's not going to have kids. So you don't have to worry about like a succession issue there. So that's actually really, really nice for us. So next thing what we got to do is come down here and deal with these guys. I'm not too worried about this. King Maelor replace you as Dynasty Head. That's fine. I don't really need to be Dynasty Head right now. Although it is kind of funny because I am technically stronger than him now. I don't think that like just because he has the Iron Throne, I don't think that means anything anymore at this point. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Pirates have died. Oh, so that must be what it is. So those they must treat like these little pirate uprisings the same as they treat those marsh random attacks. So that's pretty cool. Wonderful, cool. Alrighty, man. That's a heck of a start to another episode. We've actually finally gotten to the point where we're stronger than the Iron Throne now. Like there's no doubts about it. We've supplanted him as the power in the world right now, and that is something to be proud of because I have worked my butt off for that. Starting from the loss of the Nine Penny Kings to now just being able to just dominate. Definitely really cool. We are going to go ahead and marry one of our children off to the north to keep that alliance going because we do have a king of the north. We still have, I think the Starks are still in charge up here, so I did not take them out. So yeah, Lord Rickard Stark of the North 21 and Corbett. Okay, so I'm wondering if this is the same Rickard who is father of Ned and his older brothers. That's pretty cool if that's the case. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and call this episode here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It helps out a lot. It means a great deal. And again, guys, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you all next time.